Hello? Teka nga, ano pa nangyari? Hello? Okay.
Buhay Online, chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mami, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello, magandang umaga po. Happy Thursday to everyone. Itong araw na to is very an important day for my family actually. For the past 93 years, sinaselebrate namin itong araw na to, ang birthday ng aking mahal na daddy. But of course now we celebrate it with him in heaven because last year nga po, my father passed away. And happy birthday to my dad in heaven, of course. And also, may mga ka-birthday yung daddy ko, si Rufa, my good friend Rufa Gutierrez. Happy birthday to you, Ruf. And also to JL, birthday din niya po. At saka yung si John Villarasa, happy birthday. Okay? Thank you so much. Anyway, at tapos tamang-tama rin po, itong day na to marks the 9th day of my future, my father-in-law, supposedly. Okay, at today po ang kanyang 9th day. So, memorable pa rin itong araw na to. Forever naman po, right? So anyway, on a happy note po, we're talking about now. Yesterday I started to talk about online businesses, or first we talked about businesses that can be done from home. Yes, the small businesses to medium businesses, and now yung mga sumulat po sa atin at nagtatanong tungkol pa sa mga online tutorial or online teaching business na gusto nilang mag-embark on or gustong salihan yung mga gustong maging online teachers, right? Okay. Well, unang-una kasi, no, ang pag-usapan natin how to start, okay, this online business in the Philippines, okay? Kasi diba, because of the COVID-19, we were pushed to have schools or studying online. At dun sa mga hindi naman, wala namang facility to do online, they do modular lessons, right? But for those who, kasi so hindi lang academe talaga yung trabahong makukuha mo online, right? Actually, any kind of tutorial you can do online, right? So, and you can actually do that as a freelancer. Basta meron kang computer, meron kang internet na stable, pwede kang mag-online tutoring, okay? Pero paano ka mag-umpisa ng online tutoring kung sa Pilipinas ka, okay? Well, hindi naman masyadong madali kasi the availability of the World Wide Web and everything that we can do on the internet make it free for all for everyone who wishes to explore its limitless possibilities. One of these premises is to be able to tap into the potential job opportunities that are readily available, but only to those who know how to find them, diba? Indeed, knowledge is power, and anyone who has the right ideas at the perfect moment can smoothly claim financial success even by just having the right tools and investing enough time to learn the tricks of the trade, okay? One of the potential earning opportunities for Filipinos is learning how to make money from online tutorials, okay? Through the years, tried and tested na like 'di ba? Like yung mga ESL or English as a Second Language schools na owned by mga Koreans or Chinese or Japanese. Anong kinukuha nilang mga online tutors? They mostly seek teachers from the Philippines. Bakit? Because nga we are the closest thing that they can get to native speakers yung English. Of course, those those most of the Filipinos still have a regional accent, okay? But of course, but for example, like for people like me, I can actually sport an American accent if I wanted to, right? And there's also a lot of Filipinos that can speak like Americans, right? So and and plus the fact that nga I am I have dual citizenship. So, yun lang ang ano ko dyan. Iba yung rate kasi ng payment for native speakers and Filipino teachers, really. There's such a disparity, really, because it can really be lucrative, but you have to put a lot of time in it because yun na nga mababa lang yung bayad nila per hour. But of course, there's online tutoring is another thing. Okay, you can command your price because, di ba, in the past before the pandemic, face-to-face tutorials. My goodness, kami ni Rufa, we were paying between 1,000 to 1,500 an hour for a teacher to teach her children, right? So, yung online tutoring, just me, wala man lang 500 an hour. Pero dapat at least ganon, right? 500 an hour. And sa 500 an hour, if you, for example, have 10 students in a day, that's like 5,000 pesos. Saan mo pa yun pupulutin, right? 5,000 a day in the Philippines, right? So, pwede kang maging online tutor of any academic subject. All you have to do is, of course, uh, pass your credentials online and okay, but first, okay, let's talk about how to set it up or how to start, right? Online teaching, commonly known as online tutorial, belongs to a progressive job market under one of the biggest online industries in the Philippines. The reasons behind the industry's success are that aside from its accessible and practical purposes for its prospective clients, it doesn't not even require a formal physical office to operate. Kaya nga, if you're one of those aspiring individuals, okay, hindi mo nga kailangan ng physical office, your home can be your office, okay? Kung ang life goal mo is to start your own business, particularly an online tutorial company, this tips that I'm going to give you will help you push your dream towards fruition, okay? Na mag-come true naman yung dream mo, okay? Kung kayo'y nag-aalangan because you lack the knowledge and even just the basics of starting an online tutorial in the Philippines, you don't have to worry. Kasi, okay, I will enumerate a 4-step guide on how to start your own startup tutorial company in the Philippines, okay? Unang-una, okay, pencil and paper, please. Okay. Unang-una, number 1 is research. Okay. If you're about to venture into anything unfamiliar, syempre importante, i-research mo muna. Aralin mo muna. Yung doing a proper research should always be your first step. Tama. Maraming mga business success stories that started from the smallest ideas, but they never mention anything about what happens in the background. For example, you already have an idea of what business you want to pursue, okay? In this case, an online English tutorial company. It is important that you should be familiar with the basics of starting a business. In this particular circumstance, a tutorial company requires you to do a market research and ask these questions, okay? Ito tungkol to sa online English tutorial. What are the common demands of foreign students? And what services can my company offer to satisfy those demands? Who will be my target students? And how would I develop learning materials that could readily address their learning needs? How did existing online tutorial companies fare during the early stages of their companies? And what can I learn from them? Kaya nga, So, check it out, right? I-check nyo mabuti yung mga pangyayari around you, okay? Knowing what you are dealing with, of course, will always help you figure out the right steps to take in order to succeed, okay? Dapat kasi, number 2, you have the right tools. Number 1, research. Number 2, have the right tools. Dapat equipped kayo, okay? Ng tamang mga tools para i-manage yung negosyo nyo. Kasi managing an online tutorial business also requires the proper tools to address the demands of your company. Okay? In this case, as an online teaching provider, you should be able to point out one by one which software e-tools or which software tools you will be needing, not only to teach students online, but also to manage the transactions in the background, right? So ano talaga yan? Kailangan mag-examine yung kung anong platform ang gagamitin mo, anong LMS. Okay? Learning management system. Here are several tools that you can use, okay, sa inyong business operations. Okay. A, of course, yung most common at naunang ginagamit is Skype, okay? Skype is a free tool for video and voice chatting. Skype is one of the main tools that other ESL companies use to connect both students at saka yung mga tutors during their lessons. Kasi this program is also user-friendly and it has different features to facilitate learning. Okay? In addition, di ba, free tool nga siya, pero okay, meron na ngayon, alam na ng Skype na ginagamit-gamit silang ganun para mag-Skype Premium. Of course, mag-upgrade ka, magagamit pong mas more features, right? In addition, Skype features a real-time chat translator that can be helpful for beginner students who might have a hard time understanding teachers during her class. Here are other aspects of the application that can be useful, okay? You can use the software anytime and through different devices such as PC, tablet, and smartphones, okay? It lets you share files with students quickly and easily. Video lessons can be possible as well as screen sharing, okay? So, pwede rin kayo mag-share ng screen, saka pwede rin ng video lessons. Pwede nyo i-play. Tapos typing while on video call is a possibility pa. It could boost a clearer communication between the tutor at student. Kasi importante na real-time kayong nag-uusap eh. So nakikita na niya visually, pwede rin niya makita in text, okay? Paglagay mo sa chat box ng mga messages mo or corrections, okay? Okay, letter B. So A is Skype, letter B is Dropbox, okay? Cloud storage services are really helpful, especially if you offer training resources and materials for your tutorial lesson, diba? Isa sa mga perks of having a cloud storage like Dropbox is that it gives you ability to access lesson materials anytime, diba? Pwede mong ipahugot yun anytime to go over the materials. The good thing about it is that it is a secure storage to protect the exclusivity of your company's materials by controlling which folders you want students to access. See? Nako-control niya naman yung nasa sa'yo yung kung ano yung pwedeng makita ng estudyante mo or pwedeng mabuksan na files, right? Dropbox also offers a real-time collaboration feature so that you and your student can both work on one material at the same time. Di ba ang ganda? Right? Dropbox. Alright? Ano pa na? C, software for administrative management. Okay, ayan, importante to. Operating your business, okay, does not only require tools to facilitate in the actual services that you are offering. As an owner kasi, one of your roles is to manage the business as well as administrative elements of your tutorial company, di ba? For this reason, kailangan mo ng business management software applications para makatulong sa iyong trabaho. Okay? Ang mga business management tools ay ginagawa specifically for tutorial businesses. They are available online and most of them offer the following advantages. Okay? Anong nagagawa nitong business management tools, software? Number one, arranging a scheduler for your teaching as well as training sessions. Tama. Next, invoicing students and calculating consumed training sessions. Third, generating billing and payment receipts for easier transactions. Tsaka it also covers mga revenue reports. Tsaka pwede kang, dahil itong mga business management software ay pwedeng mag-run ng business expense report to give you an overview of how your business is doing, kung nasa saan na kayo sa gastos, kung you're in the red or on the black, right? Very good. Okay, so yun lang ang mga bagay tungkol sa have the right tools, right? Number 3, choose your services. Okay, tama. Current trends in the ESL industry, ESL of course meaning English as a second language, highlight 2 types of online tutoring services, okay? Catering to students by following specific academic curriculum, and those who offer interactive online course that cover different sets of students' learning demands, okay? Some companies based in the Philippines are mostly those that cater to a free interactive set of clients, offering different lesson materials depending on the demands of the student, diba? For instance, kunyari, businessmen from non-English speaking countries, okay, complete the highest population of English learners taught by Filipino tutors. Totoo. Nagbabanggit na ako nung in my short stint sa Go Fluent, yun ang aming mga tinuturuan. May mga CEO pa ng companies, mga European. As a response, kasi may mga corporate accounts ESL companies have their services focused on providing materials that could improve their business communication skills, enriching their vocabularies with business-related materials and articles. So, hindi ko nakikita yung mga pangalan. Salamat sa sumisilip-silip sa show. It's really weird. It's either my OBS is weird or my Facebook Live is weird because I never see the names of the people, not unless they talk and finally the messages go up. Palaging hindi ko, namimiss ko lagi at napapasalamatan ko na lang kapag tapos na yung show. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. Okay? Yun nga, yung mga businessmen, yan ang kinikater nitong isang school na to. Okay? Another example is providing students with basic examination reviews, tama, for job-related language proficiency tests, for tests of English, for international communication. Ito yung TOEIC, okay? Pwede mong i-review yung mga estudyante sa TOEIC. And test of English as a foreign language, yung TOEFL exams, okay? Both are factors for job promotions in companies in Japan and other first world countries in Asia, okay? So, requirement yun. Ma-upgrade yung trabaho nila pag marunong ka mag-English ng ganung level. Okay. Ang number 4, kailangan mo ay maghanap ng right people, right? Finding the right people. Perhaps the most crucial step of all is to find the right people for your company. Well, isa yan sa mga, of course, now I have a creative marketing company. I have a training company. But before the pandemic happened, I had a project to set up the very first Filipino-owned ESL school in the Philippines. I had funding, kaya lang biglang nagka-pandemya, right? So, everything turned topsy-turvy. So, itinabi ko muna yan for now. But it's still my dream to put up the first Filipino ESL school, right? Because a lot of the ESL schools are owned by Koreans, Chinese, and Japanese. Ang dami-dami estudyante, ang hina-hire nila mga Filipino teachers. Di dapat tayo rin mag-hire ng Filipino teachers. Saka, I promise, ang sweldo namin ay hindi kasing mura ng mga binibigay ng mga foreigner na yan. Na talagang mahihiya ka sa sarili mo Because it's almost like peanuts, right? So, ka nakakita ng lesson, like, of course, I will shout out and call it out. This Akadsok company from China offer Filipinos or any online teacher 95 pesos an hour as a rate. I mean, di ba mahiya ka naman ganun? Sa beginning pag, sa start mo, tapos pagka umakyat na yung level mo, gagawin niyang 100 pesos an hour. Nakakahiya talaga. Pero grabe yung trabaho doon. Tsaka very strict pa sila sa mga protocols nila na ang pangit naman ng platform nila. Because I tried to work for them. In fact, I was trying to also help them with their PR marketing, but then I realized their bad operational procedures at sinumbong ko nga yun sa Glassdoor. Pagtingin ko sa Glassdoor, ang dami-dami talaga nagko-complain tungkol sa Akadsok na yan. But anyway, huwag na natin balikan muna yon, no? Saka na yan saka ko isasabi isa-isa yung mga companies na hindi nyo dapat salihan. Alright? Anyway, so, finding the right people is important. Skills should be a top priority, especially expertise for the business that you are planning to run. Ayun na nga pala dahil sa skills na ito. Because nga, itong mga companies na to, na mga Chinese companies or Korean companies, totoo naman talaga, truth be told kailangan lang nila ma-meet yung quota nila ng teachers. Regardless if they are really teachers, right? Most of the time, they are not, okay? In fact, they're accepting undergrads, right? Basta lang marunong ka mag-English at marunong mo basahin yung lesson sa English, pasok ka na. Kaya lang, yun na nga. Like me, I have students who complain and say, teacher, you're the very first teacher who corrected my pronunciation or who corrected my grammar in this sentence because nobody ever told me that I was pronouncing this wrong. Kasi nga, yung mga iba, they don't know any better. Hindi naman nila alam i-pronounce ng tama kasi tsaka yung grammar hindi nila makorek kasi hindi naman sila talaga grammar savvy or sa academia. Of course, that's why kung magtatayo ka ng online specifically online English learning sa Pilipinas, kumuha ka ng mga tao who are top-notch. Okay, I can cite, of course, Go Fluent is a Filipino-owned, partly Filipino-owned and partly, I think, European-owned ng company who's been there also since the beginning of time, I think 2008, when I was also first doing online English. And they only hire teachers with a degree, they only hire teachers with experience, and of course, they give you extensive tests to see if you can really speak English well, and of course, check your grammar along the way. So in that sense, they offer a better pay for the teachers. Kasi yung requirements nila may just differ. Itong mga murang nag-hire is kung ano-ano na lang, basta lang teacher. Ako sometimes, sumasakit yung mata ko pag nakikita ko yung mga salita ng mga ibang teacher because it's really wrong. But then they're teaching, right? Kasi nga, I remember years ago when I was undercover as an online English teacher, because diba, I'm a journalist, I'm a columnist. I was a columnist for Manila Bulletin for 9 years, right? And one of my things that I did was to cover stuff, to be undercover and simulate jobs and situations that I can write about, right? And one of the things my editor told me was to write the experience of a call center agent. Hindi ko feel talaga yung call center agent na experience. At that time talaga, ang dami-daming mga harassment and all that. Tapos nakita ko yung WePhone Edunara was hiring English teachers online. So, yan. So, punta ako kaagad. This was 2008. And pumasa naman ako, of course, sa written, tsaka verbal interview. Pero, nakakatawa, of course, pumasa ako. Along with me, pumasa rin mga taong naririnig ko sa cubicle, nagtuturo, did you came back already? Mga ganun yung English nila, nalaloka ako. But anyway, but because they just needed the teachers, right? In fact, that company, after a while, I checked their materials that they were teaching, mali-mali pa. I ended up fixing their curriculum, fixing their materials, okay, and worked for the Koreans for a while. Only for a few months because I had to leave because that wasn't a job that I was really doing. Okay, so next, okay, ano tayo? Finding the right people. Okay, okay. Tutorial business in the Philippines, particularly ESL nga kasi, is very lucrative, having been recognized by students and clients from Asia and the rest of the world as a country with a large percentage of English-speaking population. This asset of being expert at speaking and writing the global language that is English has been constantly recognized by investors and potential business owners across continents. And this is the reason why they flock to the country to start their own startup. So why don't we do it for ourselves, di ba? Ba't di natin gawin para sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino, right? I-hire natin yung ating kababayan, tulungan, di ba? At bigyan ng tamang sweldo kasi itong mga foreigner na to, grabe tayong ginagawa. Di ba? Kagaya ng mga call centers na yan na talagang nag-proliferate dito. Kaya naman tayo talaga kinuhang call center kasi magkano ang bayad? Fine, yung 20,000 a month sa basic na pay ng isang call center agent. Walang-wala yan sa call center agent sa Amerika na, $2,000 ang minimum ng sweldo ng mga yun eh. So, isipin nyo na lang, right? Wala. Mani talaga yun, hindi man lang nakascratch the surface yun sa talagang binabayad nila. So, kaya lumaki ng lumaki yung negosyo na yan dito. Pero lahat pa na yung foreigner ang nagtatayo, right? Because they saw the market, they saw the for it, right? The talent pool sa Philippines. Okay? Of course, don't forget to secure business permits, di ba? And register your startup business with various applicable government agencies to make it legal, compliant, and duly registered. Okay? Ito yung mga listahan ng mga business licenses ng Philippines na kailangan mong kunin. Okay? Kung na-decide mong magtayo ka ng sariling online tutorial business. Ang SEC or ang Security and Exchange Commission for registering as a partnership or corporation. Ang DTI or Department of Trade and Industry for registering your business trade name and as a single proprietorship business. Siyempre, kukuha ka ng mayor's business permit for getting the license to operate in the city or municipality and payment of your local business taxes. BIR registration for getting TIN, official receipts and invoices, registering your books of accounts, and paying your national internal revenue taxes, income tax, VAT, or percentage tax withholding taxes, okay? So and so forth. Ano pa? SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig Fund registration. For registering yourself or yung company mo as an employer and for remitting your employee's contribution together with your employer's share. Okay? Ano pang mga ibang requirements that may also be required by the government? It depends on your business size and other secondary business operations. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, yun ang a little bit of about kung gusto mong umpisa ng online tutorial dito sa Pilipinas. Okay, kamustahin natin naman yung starting your own tutoring business online around the world. Okay, ito. Okay. Unang-una, di ba? Bakit ka mag-uumpisa ng online tutoring business? Like, Tutors start their own businesses for a number of reasons, okay? But one of the primary reasons is the ability to be your own boss, di ba? Pag ikaw operate ng online tutoring business, pwede mong i-control yung sarili, set mo yung hours mo, determine mo yung hourly rates mo, and take as many or few as clients as you can take. Yun na nga, di ba? Like I always say, like now, kasi the things that I do are all virtual. Aside from teaching online English, okay, we do corporate training online via Zoom. We also do copywriting and features writing. And like I said, the amount of money that I can earn depends on how much work I can handle. So, ganun din pagka ano ka, uh, sarili mong negosyo. The flexibility that comes with tutoring is one of the biggest advantages. What's more, di ba? Becoming a tutor is an excellent way to support students and parents, di ba? Especially itong pandemya na to. When you step in as a tutor, you help students learn the skills they need to succeed in the classroom. And you relieve some stress on the parents. For so many students, a tutor can change the outcome of their educational career. So if you have a heart and passion for students and a desire to see them grow and succeed, tutoring could be your passion. Okay? In addition, di ba, over the past few years, ang online tutoring has been increasing in popularity. According to IBIS World, the magazine, the market size of online tutoring services in the US, as measured by revenue, is expected to increase by 4.1, okay, this year. Okay, there's always a need for educators. Okay, specifically during the school year and around standardized testing time. And pag ikaw ay naging tutor, you help fill that need, diba? If you want to join a growing market, now is a great time to open your own online tutoring business. So anyway, sa mga nakatutok today, of course, hindi ko nakikita yung pangalan nyo, but thank you for joining me this morning. Please, mag-type kayo ng message because makikita ko yan after the show and sasagutin ko at acknowledge kayo after, but thank you so much for coming, alright? Talagang there's something wrong with my OBS or my Facebook Live. I don't know. I don't see the names. Okay? But maraming salamat. But please, if you have any questions, please feel free to field your questions either through my messenger or my Facebook account or dito sa Broad Streamcast Communicators page. Okay? So, okay, balik tayo sa pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? Okay, when do you think when to sign up with a tutoring service instead of starting your own business? Ayan na nga, kasi there are two things kung gusto mo maging online tutor. Either yun na nga, you put up your own tutoring business, personalized, or you join a tutoring service, right? There are a couple of routes you can take to begin tutoring online. You can choose to sign up with an existing online tutoring network such as yung care.com. Dito sa Amerika to. Kasi ang ano talaga, ang online tutoring naman kasi global na ngayon eh. So hindi lang tayo pinapag-usapan ng ang Pilipinas. Like me, I teach students from Europe, from Korea, from China, from Japan, right? One time nga I even came across a Filipino student who was living abroad, right? Okay? So, if kung ayaw mong mag-set up ka ng sarili mo, join companies such as care.com, okay? Or you can start your own independent online tutoring business. Your choice between these two options depends on your available resources nga naman, your timeline, yeah, and your intentions to your business. In general kasi, you should sign up with an existing tutoring network if the following applies to you, okay? Checklist to. Kung check ka dito, ibig sabihin, dapat nga sumali ka na lang sa existing tutoring network. Huwag ka na magtayo ng sarili mo. Ano to? You have a limited social network. Tama. If you don't already have a number of potential students in mind, it might be best to join a tutoring website, right? These sites help connect tutors with students, which can reduce some of the demand that comes with building an entire client base from scratch. Okay? Pero kasi kung malawak ang network mo at alam mong makakakuha ka ng mga estudyante, go, 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 syempre, to start your own, right? Okay? Yun nga lang kasi pag nagtuturo ka, bawal mag-solicit ng trabaho sa mga estudyante mo para sabihin, oh, gusto mo, turuan na lang kita ng privately. No, no yun. That's so rude, okay? Especially when you're working for a company. Huwag mong sulutin yung kanilang mga estudyante, right? Of course, nakabuild ka na ng sarili mong network, especially kung ilang taon ka na nagtuturo sa company na yun. But then, hayaan mong ang panahon ng mag-decide, okay? For opportunities, okay, to present itself, okay? Okay, ano pa? Hindi para sa iyo ang pagtayo ng sarili mong online tutorial kung you need to start working immediately. That's right. Because finding clients and establishing a presence in the tutoring market can take a significant amount of time, energy, and money. Yun na nga. Kagaya na sinabi ko sa inyo, when I lost my funding for yung eskwela ko last year, doon ako na-devastate kasi of course you have to go to those countries and advertise your school, right? Mag-promote ka doon para mag-sign up sila sa'yo and give your services. Pero nga, the pandemic happened and all these things happened, so hindi na tuloy. Pero hindi ko pa gini-give up yung dream na yan because there's still hope all the time. We always have hope, di ba? Okay, so if you want to skip over this process of time, energy, and money, signing up with a tutoring site is already a great option, di ba? You'll be able to find clients and get teaching much sooner and earning faster, okay? At saka, of course, that is if you don't mind paying a fee. Ito nga kasi parang mga broker tong mga eskwela na to eh. Ginagamit nila ang talent pool ng Pilipinas, pero kinakaltas nila a certain percentage from you, from each student, right? So if you don't mind paying a fee, most tutoring sites charge tutors a percentage of their earnings. You should have room in the budget for this expense in order for a tutoring site to be an advantage. That's right. Kasi kung ang laki-laki ng bawas tapos ilang hours ka lang nagtuturo, hindi worth it. Pero sa mga full-time, okay naman to, right? Those full-timers, like at least 40 hours a week. Tapos, if you don't want to set up the technical tools on your own, okay, hindi to pwede para sa iyo magtayo ng sarili mo, right? Kasi in order to successfully tutor across the internet, you need access to a variety of tools. At minimum, you need a video conferencing tool, of course, like Zoom or Skype, a way to share your computer screen, Zoom and Skype, and now may Lark pa, right? And a virtual whiteboard. Many tutoring sites that specialize in online tutoring, such as Varsity Tutors, offer these tools built into their platforms. Yun talaga, most of the learning tutoring sites have nice platforms na kumpleto na yung bells and whistles doon. Na meron na silang virtual whiteboard, and then you can both work on the same material ng estudyante, right? You can refer to the same material while you're online, right? Okay? Alternatively, you should consider building your own business kung, okay, meron ka ng mga potential students, okay? If you have a wide social network full of school-aged children and college students, you may not need any help building a client base. You might consider wanting to start your own business because you want to keep all your earnings, obviously. This is a huge factor. If you resent the amount that tutoring sites charge for their services, you should build your own business then. You'll have to cover other expenses, but you get to decide how much those other expenses cost, okay? And if you have the time to get set up if you have the time to get set up, okay, kung meron kang panahon na pwedeng i-google sa pagsa-set up ng negosyo, then go lang, di ba? Ituloy mo. As I mentioned above, building your own business takes time. Make sure you have the time and available income to build your business before you begin. Okay? All right? Tingnan ko nga, bakit walang tumataas na mga message? Okay. Okay, so before you start your tutoring business, may mga essential na prerequisites, okay? Mga requirements, okay? Siyempre, as you might imagine, education is a major requirement for starting your own tutoring business. Kasi pag nag-start ka ng sarili mong business, of course, mag-build ka ng website, lalagay mo yung credentials mo as an educator, at nakakahiya naman kung wala kang degree or wala kang credentials to boast of uh, para to show that your school can be a good school to learn from, right? Kasi nga, in general, most tutors need to have earned at least a high school diploma or a GED. Sa Amerika to pero well, actually sa Pilipinas din ngayon, tinatanggap na nila yung high school. Basta magaling mag-English. Okay, pwede na. Pero minsan di naiintindihan yung lesson. Tinatanggap na kahit undergrad. Okay? This is especially true if you are signing up with an online tutoring site. The level of education you have earned, okay, plays an important role in determining what content areas you can teach. Here are the grade levels and subjects that you can tutor with each level of education. Okay? Gamitin natin. Ito sa Amerika to based. Okay? High school diploma or GED. Okay? Kung meron ka lang high school diploma or GED, at this education level, you are able to tutor elementary and middle school students. Okay? This kind of level ay may kakayahan magturo ng elementary at middle school students. You are also able to tutor high school students, although you may need to demonstrate your knowledge in other ways using transcripts or standardized test scores to demonstrate content area knowledge. Okay? Okay, ito naman, undergraduate degree or okay, first year, second year, third year college. With a bachelor's degree, you are able to tutor elementary, middle school, and high school students. Okay? You are also able to tutor college students in your area of specialization. This is specifically true or especially true if you have work experience post-college that relates to your specialization. Di ba? That's right. Okay? So, balikan natin, high school diploma at sa level na ito, pwede mong turuan na elementary and middle school students. Undergraduate degree, elementary, middle school, and high school students. Okay? What about postgraduate education? Mga postgrads, you can tutor elementary, middle school, high school, and college students, of course. Depending on your area of specialization, if you have a degree in education or in teaching English for speakers of other languages, you might also consider teaching adults who are finishing their GED or who are looking for a way to develop their English fluency. Diba? So maraming aspeto ng pagtuturo ng English pwede mong mapuntahan. Tapos, as you look into tutoring closer, you should also consider working towards a tutoring certification, di ba? Ayan, di ba? Yung mga ibang tutoring sites, nare-require nila may TOEFL, may TESOL certificate. These certifications require you to go through a few hours of training, pass a background check, and submit a couple of letters of recommendation. Earning a tutoring certification enhances your credibility. Siyempre naman, para mas lalong maniwala sa iyo sa teacher, right? And it also demonstrates to parents that you are safe around their students. Many tutors also benefit from the training included in earning a tutoring certificate. These certifications are available, okay, dito sa Amerika from the National Tutoring Association and the American Tutoring Association. Depending on the certification, you may have to pay for training membership fees, a background check, and application fees. These expenses total around $200 to $250 for certification, but I think this expense is worth it para sa amount ng credibility na magiging niya naman, right? Okay, finally, okay, in order to begin tutoring, dapat lang you need to identify your area ng specialization, right? I-pinpoint nyo kung anong niche nyo. Think about where you can add value and consider the experience that you have under your belt. Is there a particular grade level or content area that you are skilled in? As you look for your specialization, consider the subject areas in which tutors are in high demand. English, math, science, test preparation, okay, and study skills. And remember, each of these subjects can be broken down into subcategories, right? Like algebra, chemistry, reading comprehension, SAT and ACT preparation, okay? Sa atin naman sa Pilipinas, mga UPCAT, right? So those things pwede nating i-incorporate dyan. Once you have identified one or two specializations, you're ready for the next step. Okay? Okay, all right. Meron pa po tayong mga katanungan? Please feel free po to fill in your questions at I will try to answer it as best as I can. Okay, on an aside, I want to again please greet my father. Happy birthday in heaven, my dad. I miss so much who I lived with for more than 20 plus years, who helped me raise my son. Okay, thank you so much, Father, for all the love and all the care. Happy birthday in heaven. And also, birthday din nga ng aking good friend, Rufo Gutierrez. Happy birthday. Birthday din ni John Lloyd. At birthday din ni John Villarasa, who's the father of my son. Diba, ang dami kong... At kaya nga sila lahat John, oh. John Villarasa. Diba, John Lloyd, daddy ko, John the Baptist, diba? Kaya June 24 ang birthday niya, Juan Bautista. Bautista kami, tapos pangalan niya Juan, right? Juan Bautista, right? Anyway, so tomorrow, okay, we will be talking more about how to set up your online business, okay? There's a lot of things that have to be told pa kasi mahaba pa yun, hindi natin matatapos today, okay? Pero okay, umpisahan lang natin, okay? Ito ang mga steps to starting your own tutoring business. Okay? Step one, of course, is to make a business plan. Of course, like in any project, you have to have a business plan. Okay? Because strong businesses start with a strong plan. Of course, a business plan is a written description of your planned business and business strategy. It's your vision of how your business will be organized, how it will operate, at kung paano ito maging profitable. Okay? Pwede kang maghanap ng maraming informasyon online about writing a business plan. Kung hindi ka magaling maggawa ng business plan at gusto mong mag-start up ng online tutorial business, then search the internet for because there you'll see a lot of information about writing a business plan. There are even templates to be that are free. Okay, your local chamber of commerce and government economic development agencies likely also have resources that you can use. Yun na nga, yung BTI or SIC. Okay. Sabihin lang natin na sadahan natin, ano ba ang mahusay na business plan? Ano ang nilalaman ng business plan? Okay? A typical business plan includes, okay, pencil and paper. Teka nga, Kukunin ko na lang siya. Wait a minute. Kunin natin para makita niyo habang nagsasalita ako. Alright, okay. A typical business plan. There you go. Hold on. Isasalang ko lang. Uh-huh. Ay, mali. Sorry. Okay. So, okay, I shall put it up on the board, please. Oblige me with your patience, please. Thank you. Hmm. So, ano yun? Where is it? I can't find it. Online tutor plan. What happened? Oh, well, anyway, never mind because I can't find it. But anyway, I'll just go over it in words, okay? Kasi wala na din tayong oras. But, yeah. So, going back to what I was saying, um, ang magandang business plan should have an executive summary, okay? Company description, okay? Market overview, a sales and marketing strategy, right? An operating plan, tsaka organizations and management team, of course, at financials, di ba? Dapat naman, right? That's right. So, yun ang mga kakailanganin, ang mga nalalaman dapat ng isang magandang business plan. Alright? Okay. So, once you have a basic idea of how your business will operate, it's time to calculate your starting costs. Okay? Do you need to purchase materials or teaching aids? Will you be paying for website building software or a web host? Do you need to purchase any hardware or software or perhaps buy business insurance? Since your business is just getting started and since you will probably be the only employee for a while, your business plan does not have to be incredibly in-depth. Okay? Kasi mostly you should use this plan as an opportunity to set goals, create your marketing strategy, and predict your business expenses. Pero yun na nga, yung aming plan na to put up a learning hub, online learning hub, last year ni Miss Faith ay lahat yun nakaplano na. Pati yung platform na gagamitin or yung mga gastos na gagawin because of course the materials, we have to buy some of the materials that students will use. And some of the course materials ay pinapagawa pa namin. We had course developers, right? And hindi mura yung magbayad sa mga yun because it's not easy work, okay? The course developers and course writers really have a tough job because it has to be everything down pat, especially itong transition ng face-to-face lessons to online. Which reminds me nga kami, because right now I have an existing company called Media Whiteboard Management Inc. And okay, we dabble in training. Okay? Hindi kami nag-aano pa ng online ESL teaching, pero nagtitrain kami on English mastery skills. Okay, nakapag-train kami sa Foreign-C, nakapag-train kami sa Tarlac Electric Company, on English mastery, nakapag-train kami sa World of Feng Shui, nakapag-train kami sa uh, uh, um, companies, ibang mga companies, uh, And we will be relaunching our website kasi hindi nakadikit dito yung online school na gusto namin establish. Separate yon. Because itong Media Whiteboard Management Inc. is a creative marketing company and a training company as well. It's not an online tutorial school, okay, or company. So separate yun, okay? So, number 2, okay, of course you have to predict your expenses, okay? Number 2, perfect your computer setup, okay? Okay? Talaga, ito ang pinaka-importante because it's virtual, because it's international, because it's internet-based, kailangan ang computer mo, setup mo ay top-notch, okay? Pati connections mo, top-notch. We were also supposed to have this project na with Cosca School na hindi natuloy because nga yung funding ay nag, uh, nag, nag-pull out because galing sa ibang bansa yun. Lalo na nagpa-pandemya. Sabi, ibabalik na lang yung funding during better times, right? So, okay lang, hindi ko na yun aasahan, but, who knows, right? It might still happen. So, having your perfect computer setup is really key. Your next step is to set up your classroom, okay? Find a place in your home to conduct your online tutoring. You should look for a quiet spot that has no masyadong distractions sa likod mo, okay? You should look for a location that's away from the noise of the house and has plenty of light. Then, position yourself so that there is a clean, neutral background behind you in video calls. Diba? Kasi, pag yung background nyo magulo or something, may napapansin niya ng mga estudyante. So, nag-veer away sa lesson at pag-uusapan na yung bahay mo bigla. Oh, blah, 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 blah. So, as much as possible, try to conduct your lessons from a blank wall, okay? You should also make sure, but of course, if you're teaching children, okay, it's okay to make backgrounds of mga toys, mga kiddie stuff, because marami kasing estudyante rin na children, okay? Pero kasi nga ako, I teach between 3 years old to 70 years old students, teachers. I even teach Japanese English teachers, okay, and professionals as well. You should also make sure that you have all of the technology you need to begin online tutoring. You, of course, need a computer and a strong internet connection. Okay? It's just really, sa Pilipinas, para ka magkaroon ng mabilis na connection, mahal ang babayaran mo. Yan ang sad dito. Kasi, kasama yan sa gastos mo, yung pagbayad ng mahal na internet. You should also have a webcam and a functional microphone, even if it's just a microphone built into your laptop. In addition, we recommend purchasing a tablet or digital drawing pad and stylus that you can use with the virtual whiteboard software. These tools make it easier for you to illustrate and share concepts with your students from a distance. So anyway, masyado na mahaba, tutuloy na lang natin to bukas, okay? I got carried away because this is something that's close to my heart. So thank you so much for joining me today. Maraming salamat, and please always keep the hope, love, and faith burning in your hearts. At magkita-kita po tayo ulit bukas. Maraming salamat po.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.